Yo guys, what is going on? JPS back for another video, and today we're going to be watching why Britain uses separate hot and cold taps. This has been something that has puzzled me for the longest time. And when I was over in the UK, not every tap, but a lot of different taps were separate. And I always wondered, why was this the case? In the United States, almost every faucet is mixed. So you have it where the right is cold and the left is hot, or up is cold, down is hot, whatever the case may be. And I've always wondered, like, why is Britain different? We're going to be watching a very old Tom Scott video. Tom Scott also reached out to me, this was about a year ago, about me reacting to his videos because I had reacted to quite a few in the past. And he just let me know about the dangers of reaction videos and copyright and things like that. We exchanged a couple emails. So Tom, if you're watching this, I haven't watched your videos for a while because I know there's a little bit of bad blood between us. But hey, I love your videos so much that I had to watch this. Like, let me know. Just email me, bro, and we'll work it out. I love how that just shows how great of a creator this guy is. Make sure you guys subscribe to Tom Scott. That someone is that involved in their community that they're going to reach out to a much smaller creator. Just an amazing guy. He puts so much effort into all of his videos, which is why I decided to watch his. There's a bunch of different videos on this, but I felt like he was going to give me the most informed information about why Britain uses separate hot and cold taps. So here we are. I'm excited to learn about this. I still have no clue. I was kind of hesitant on watching this video. I've been wanting to do it for a few weeks, and I finally pulled the trigger today. I was like, let's just go for it. What's the worst that could happen? Probably a copyright strike. Anyways, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and let's get it. Tom, hey, it's better to ask for forgiveness after and not ask for permission. And there's some type of saying that goes like that. I forgot how it goes.
The mixer tap. Brilliant invention, and yet something that seems to have passed Britain by. You'll get Americans coming over here and asking why our taps look like they're from the 1940s. And even here, in my parents' bathroom, I'm visiting my folks this weekend, they've just had a new bathroom put in. Separate hot and cold taps. And there are all sorts of theories out there about why that might be, generally revolving around, well, we're British and stiff upper lip and, we don't need mixer taps, we've never had them. And, well, that's partly true, but it also goes back to how houses in Britain were constructed after World War II. In most old British houses, there's a cold water storage tank up in the attic. It's reasonably sized, about 250 litres, and that in turn feeds a hot water storage tank that's for the central heating and for hot water in the bathroom and the kitchen and so on. But the trouble is, that might not be entirely safe drinking water, because that cold water storage tank in some houses that weren't properly maintained might have been open to the elements, or silted up, or covered with iron rust, or in one particular case that you can read about, have a couple of dead rats floating in it. That water might technically not be drinkable, and under the regulations, I looked up the regulations, it is not counted as drinking water. The cold, meanwhile, at least certainly in the kitchen and sometimes the bathroom too, the cold water comes straight from the mains. That counts as drinkable. So here's the thing.
I was about to say, because I remember drinking water from the tap. I was like, whoa, where are we going with this? All right, good.
The cold water comes straight from the mains. That counts as drinkable. So here's the thing. You have cold, safe, the regulations call it wholesome drinking water. And you have, well, almost certainly safe, but not technically, not legally under the regulations, hot water. And never the twain shall meet. If you have a mixer tap, then technically the unsafe hot water, in worst case scenario where there's a backwash valve failure and the mains turns off, that unsafe water could go backwash through all the systems and go out to contaminate the rest of the street or the rest of the water system. That's not legal, therefore no mixer tap. You don't cross the streams.
Okay, so the main thing I think that is the main concern with the lack of mixer tap, I understand that in certain situations, it's very ideal to have a specific designated hot water tap and a designated cold water tap. But in a lot of situations, or maybe you're washing your hands or washing your face, whatever the case, you don't necessarily want super cold water or super hot water. And you don't want kind of cold water or kind of hot water. You want it right in the middle. That median is very difficult to get with two different taps. You're kind of just splashing them together. I don't know. it's kind of a petty little thing. Maybe it's more noticeable for me since I'm so used to having one tap that has the entire gradient of heat on it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because I'm sure that there definitely are taps that are like mixed in Britain. It's not just like they're all separate. I know it's more common in households, like he said, because a lot of houses in Britain, not a lot, but there are a good amount of old houses in Britain, and that's not just houses. I mean, look at the roads; they're super, super tight. It's a very well kept history in Britain, which I'm not saying that's a caveat at all. Like that's a beautiful thing in some ways, but let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think the separate taps are better? Do you think, I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. I understand what he's saying here, though. That's you don't want to risk the contamination, and that's simply due to how the architecture was created.
Nowadays, of course, it's a little bit different. This house had its hot water tank ripped out a few months ago. The attic is now just a big empty space again. And, well, there's a very modern, shiny bit of technology downstairs that heats up water on demand. All new build houses go this way. They've got mixer taps. It'll be absolutely fine. But
the older houses.
I remember being told as a kid, never drink from the hot water tap. And that stuck with me. Even now, if there is a mixer tap and I want to drink from it, I will run the cold water for a few seconds just to make sure that anything that's unsafe has come out of it. Even now, old habits die hard, and sometimes these things just feel a bit safer.
I think a lot of it boils down. He did admit it a bit that at the start of the video he was talking about how you've had it for this long, why change it? We're British. That's kind of how we roll, which that makes sense in some ways. I just can't really get past it because it's something that I'm so used to. And like he said, old habits die hard. I mean, that's just a habit about the contamination and avoiding drinking from hot water. Imagine a habit of having the mixer tap and trying to just completely abandon that and get used to the small ones. I mean, we are making a big deal out of this. At the end of the day, it's just water taps, but it's a thing you do multiple times a day. If you're, hopefully, I would hope you're washing your hands more than once a day, or at least. Oh God, we have some bigger problems if that's not the case. But yeah, great video from Tom. Tom, if you're watching this, I doubt you are, but if you are, I'm sorry, bro. I love your videos too much. And that was like 8 years ago. So just think about where he is now. I have been watching his videos recently, just trying to avoid reactions because I don't want to anger the king. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the video, and let me know what you think about the entire hot and cold tap situation. With that being said, guys, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.